Hello, and welcome to the UIC Career Services e-learning module about mastering the elevator pitch, branding yourself in 60 seconds or less. What, you might ask, is an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch is a short and succinct sales pitch about yourself, a product, or a business. This seminar will focus on the elevator pitch in the context of the job market and will cover 4 objectives, as well as some helpful tips to develop your pitch. When we say short and succinct, know that the elevator pitch should only be about 30 to 60 seconds in length. The name is derived from the scenario of riding in an elevator with a CEO and trying to make the most effective impression on that person in the amount of time it takes to reach the top floor. The elevator pitch is a critical marketing tool. You never know where or when you may need to effectively sell yourself. You may find yourself face to face with that CEO or another hiring manager at places such as career fairs, job shadowing events, or any chance encounter, like in an elevator. Before we discuss how to develop your elevator pitch, take a few minutes right now to give it a try. Consider the following. What would you most like the other person to know about you? What skills, abilities, or experiences would you emphasize? Be sure to write your pitch down on paper and practice a time or two in front of a mirror. So please hit the pause button at this time and take a first run through. Okay, now that you've had an opportunity to articulate a rough draft of your elevator pitch, we're going to discuss how you can fine-tune your approach. But before we do, let's take a quiz. Number 1, true or false? An elevator pitch should last between 2 to 3 minutes in order for you to have enough time to verbally summarize your resume. False. The pitch should take only 30 to 60 seconds since its purpose is to generate a longer conversation with whom you are speaking. Number 2, the elevator pitch is typically used at job shadowing events, job fairs, and any random encounter you may have with someone who works at the organization you are interested in. True. Networking can happen anywhere. That's why you want an elevator pitch developed so you can effectively market yourself whenever the opportunity presents itself. When preparing your elevator pitch, your first objective is to define your focus. Since we are discussing how to sell yourself in the context of the job market, you may want to reflect on the following. Are you seeking an internship in your chosen field? Are you seeking a full-time opportunity? What do you already offer the employer in terms of part-time or volunteer experience in the field, skills, abilities, coursework, etc.? Your second objective is to describe what you're good at. Here are some things to consider. Why did you choose your major? What abilities come naturally to you? How do your abilities and your professional goals come together? The bottom line here is tell them what you want to do. An example of what not to do in an elevator pitch. Hello, my name is Fred and I'm a finance major. I've taken corporate finance, banking and investments, and investment management. I really like this company and always wanted to work here. Do you have any internships? You can see all the earmarks of a poor elevator pitch here. There's no mention of why Fred is a finance major, no talk at all of his abilities, and merely asking for an internship means there is no discussion of the vision he has for his career. Here's a better attempt. Hello, my name is Fred. As far back as I can remember, I've always loved math, which grew into an interest in money and investing. I've taken several finance courses, and I recently won my university stock market game twice in a row. I hope to obtain an internship in the area of investment analysis. Notice how Fred reveals more about his interest in finance over the years, and the pitch builds up to the articulation of a short-term goal, which is landing an internship in the field. The third objective is to articulate what makes you unique. This will help you convey enthusiasm. Here's an example. For years I have been reading true crime novels, and I am an avid fan of shows like 48 Hours and 2020. I could tell you about every major crime story that has been in the media, such as the JonBenet Ramsey case, the O.J. Simpson murder trial, and the Drew Peterson investigation. I realized that my interest in these cases probably meant that a career in law enforcement would be a good fit. So I'm currently studying criminal justice at UIC and hope to land an internship with a police department where I could work on getting some hands-on knowledge. Notice that the effectiveness here comes from the detail given in the pitch. It's relatable yet succinct. This criminal justice major's pitch is the right length and amount of information to articulate for an elevator speech. The fourth objective is to end the pitch by posing a question. Let's look at the criminal justice major's pitch again to see how the student could engage the listener. For years, I have been reading true crime novels, and I am an avid fan of shows like 48 Hours and 2020. I could tell you about every major crime story that has been in the media, such as the JonBenet Ramsey case, the O.J. Simpson murder trial, and the Drew Peterson investigation. I realized that my interest in these cases probably meant that a career in law enforcement would be a good fit. So I'm currently studying criminal justice at UIC and hope to land an internship with a police department where I could work on getting some hands-on knowledge. So how did you get your start in law enforcement? Notice how the question at the end of the criminal justice major's pitch is a prompt for a longer conversation. When you're at the end of your pitch, avoid asking something that would be answered with a yes or no. That will end the conversation. You want to ask a question that opens up the conversation. This allows the pitch to be an effective networking technique. Here are some helpful tips for developing your elevator pitch. Write out your speech before you rehearse it. This will prevent a shoot-from-the-hip tone that lacks focus. Make a list of your skills and phrases that best describe you. Make a list of your qualifications. Make a list of student organization involvement and part-time jobs and internships. Write the pitch the way that you speak. And create a connection between you and your listener. Be sure the pitch sounds neither too loose nor over-prepared. Strike a healthy balance by practicing in advance but delivering in a natural, conversational way. You might want to practice your speech in front of family and friends to get their feedback. Be sure to strive for seamlessness, not being over-rehearsed. Other tips include body language, display good posture, and maintain eye contact. And avoid talking with your hands. Speak clearly in a moderate tone. Be sure to bring your resume, but only offer it if your listener requests it. Offering it without being asked may come across as arrogant or presumptuous. Whether they request your resume or not, ask for their business card. You might want to look them up on LinkedIn, and you may want to contact them again in the future. So, flash quiz again, true or false? Number 1, the most important part of the elevator pitch is to be direct and ask for a job. False. The elevator pitch is a way of making connections at your organization of interest. On the surface, it is not meant to be a direct conversation about employment. Number 2, it's better not to practice your elevator pitch in advance so that it sounds natural. False. It's best to practice the pitch beforehand so that it sounds more conversational, but not over-rehearsed. Which of the following is not one of the 4 objectives of an effective elevator pitch? Describing what makes you unique, describing what you are good at, defining your focus, asking for a referral, or posing a question. Answer: asking for a referral. Remember, the goal of an elevator pitch is to open up conversation, not to ask closed questions. Now that you know the basics of developing an elevator pitch, try again now to write your pitch applying the concepts we have covered. What are the differences in format and quality from the rough draft you composed at the beginning of this module? So hit the pause button at this time and take a second attempt. If you have questions about the elevator pitch or need help developing and delivering one, be sure to contact the UIC Career Services office. We are here to help you with your career needs. As you can see, we are located in the Student Services Building on Harrison and Racine Avenue. And you can call us to make an appointment, or you may come during our walk-in hours posted on our website. Let us know how we can help you.